All right, good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. It did snow this morning and was 36 when I woke up, so I decided to not go for a run. But today we are going to do 2 flows that will hopefully take about 30 minutes. One will be an intermediate flow to kind of warm you up, and then the other one will be to kind of release our emotions, a little anxiety that everyone might be having right now. Again, I do, as always, apologize for her. She always likes to be in our videos. All right, so start off. We're going to start with the intermediate flow, like I said. I will have sips of my coffee here and there. So, our intermediate flow, we're going to start in mountain, forward fold, 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold again. And then we'll come down into downward dog. Go ahead and walk your feet out a little bit. And then we're going to take our left leg, bring it forward, and we're actually going to bring our knee all the way to the ground for a low lunge. But I'm still going to have you twist up a little bit to help release in the back. 2 more deep breaths here. And then come back down. We're going to curl our right foot under, come up, and bring that left foot back. Come back into downward facing dog. And now we're going to bring the right side forward. So on the down side, bring that knee down. Again, push that knee out using that elbow, and then rotate up. 3 deep breaths here. And back down. Curl that left leg up and under. And then back into downward dog. You can either step or float into your hands. And then come all the way up to mountain pose. From here, we're going to go into Lord of the Dance as best as everyone can. So we're going to go ahead and grab our toes on our left leg, lean forward. Try to keep those hips square for the most part. A little rotation is okay. Then that hand up. This is a lot of balance. Okay, and then we're going to come down and switch sides. I'm holding it for about 3 to 4 breaths here, and then coming back down. Then we're going to come into the intense side stretch. So we're starting on our left side. Our legs are straight. And my hands are clasped behind my back. So we're starting here. And we're coming all the way down, chest to our knees. Three deep breaths here. And we're going to put our right hand down and open up our left side for a revolved triangle pose. And then we're going to press back up and go ahead and switch sides on that intense side stretch. So again, knees forward. Right foot forward, chest towards the knee. And then our left hand comes down, and as we open up over the right side for our revolved triangle. Again, 3 to 4 breaths here. And we'll bring that hand back down. And then we're actually going to come into a plank. Chaturanga down. And then up into Cobra. So Cobra is actually just slight upward lift. And then we're going to come from here. We're going to transition into Locust. So Locust is bringing our hands right back. We'll hold this for about 5 breaths. And from here we'll come up and into extended puppy pose. So chest hovering about here or all the way down and forward. And then we'll come up out of puppy pose. And then we'll come into cow facing pose. So cow facing pose, you can either do crisscross here, 1 foot up here, or the way that you're supposed to do cow facing pose is kind of like this, as best as you can, and then bring one arm behind the other. Okay. And we'll hold it for 3 to 4 breaths too. We'll go ahead and switch. My knees do not like to move like this. So remember, keep your shoulders back and down. And then slowly come up out of that. And then we're going to come into half Lord of the Fishes. So knee over here, arm up, look over the opposite shoulder. After 4 breaths, go ahead and switch sides. Okay, and then we're going to bring our left side into a half butterfly pose. And then we're going to try to bring our head to our knees for a forward bend. Okay, so we're going to hold it for about 5 deep, slow breaths. And then we're going to go ahead and switch sides. Okay, and now from here we're going to go back to the one we started on. which is a revolved head to knee. So we're here, we're grabbing our foot here or like this, but preferably here, and then bringing our head over like this. We're gonna hold it for about 5 deep breaths as well. And slowly come up out of that and go ahead and switch sides. Remember, all right, coming in under, kind of like this. Back up. Coming under like this. Elbow kind of comes down, and then lean over. After your 5th breath, come up, and then we'll come into a seated forward bend, just like what you think it is. Just make sure our feet are dorsiflexed, and then we'll come down and forward fold as far as you can, whether it's here or all the way down. And we'll hold for about 5 deep breaths, and then we'll end in corpse pose. All right, slowly come up out of that, and then corpse pose is, or dead man's pose. It's kind of where you get to end your practice calmly. So we lay down, arms and legs flat out, and just close your eyes, refocus your practice, and just deep breathe. Take it out about 5 to 6 deep breaths. Okay, so that is our intermediate flow. As you can tell, it is a little longer than normal, and I only did both sides once. So that flow will take you about 15 minutes if you do it by itself, or you can do, you can repeat it 2 more times after that. Okay, so the next one is again to release our emotions. So we're gonna start in our easy pose, so sitting on our seat. Inhale, bring our shoulders up. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more, inhale up. Exhale down. And we're gonna shoulder roll forwards and then reverse. We're just gonna do some neck circles. So 3 circles one way. And now 3 circles the other. Very good. All right, so now from easy pose, we're gonna go into the half Lord of the Fishes again. So I'll show it this way this time. We're here, 1 foot over the other, and then arm comes up and look over our shoulder again for about 3 deep breaths. ahead and switch. My computer keeps going. Okay. So left leg over, right arm comes onto the left side, and looking over our other shoulder for 4 breaths. Very good. Slowly come up out of that. And again, we'll come into our cow facing pose. So we're here, kind of coming over as best as we can. As we reach behind our backs. For about 4 deep breaths. And then go ahead and switch sides. And slow release, and then we're going to come into child's pose. So widen your hips, feet together, and come forward. Okay, slowly come up out of that. We're going to start on our right leg this time. We're coming into a low lunge. Really push those hips forward. And from here, we're going to go straight into the reverse low lunge, so kind of like a dancing warrior. So 3 deep breaths there, and then switch sides. And then again, reverse low lunge. Four deep breaths, and then come up. We're actually going to go back, starting on our right leg, and we're going to come up into warrior one. So warrior one, again, is here. We're not pivoting the back foot. Everything's so straightforward. Arms are up. Okay, we're going to come down to a plank and chaturanga. Up into upward facing dog. Curl back and under into downward. And now we're going to bring our left side forward for warrior one here. And we're going to take a step up. Now from there, we're going to come into goddess pose. So really face your feet out this way and arms up. After 4 deep breaths there. Okay. You're going to clasp your hands behind your back and come forward. You can unclasp your hands there, and then we move into our goddess twist, meaning we put one hand here and we kind of use our legs to twist. And then come up and switch. So I'm pushing my left hand and pushing towards the right side. After 4 deep breaths there, I'm going to come down into Garland Pose. So Garland Pose, we're going to use, this is something we should all be doing, especially on squat days. So my heels are still on the ground. Everything's still on the ground. I'm using my hands to push my knees out. Shoulders are still up and down. We're just going to sit here for about 6 deep breaths. From there, we're going to come back up and we're forward folding again. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then we'll come back down to a seat for cobbler's pose. So 1 foot over this one. And we'll take about 3 deep breaths here. Okay, and go ahead and switch legs. Really, Autumn? After that, we'll come into a baby cradle. So we're going to start with our right side this time. We're going to take our foot and bring our left knee under. If you can pick it up, I'm not graceful at this either. Pick up your leg and kind of rock it back and forth. Do about 4 deep breaths while you're doing that. And then go ahead and pick up your left leg. And same thing. Okay. After you baby cradle, we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So open up all the way and come down. So we're just going as wide as you can and then resting on our forearms for 5 deep breaths. Okay, from there, we're going to come on to our backs. Let me push back the computer a little bit. And we're going to do a supine twist. So come up, over, but you'll notice that I'm trying to keep my shoulder on the ground. And I'm looking over at this hand. After 5 deep breaths there, go ahead and switch sides. So our legs straight out, up, and over. Do your 5th deep breath there, come back up, and we're actually gonna grab the instep of our feet. So here and here for happy baby. So happy baby, we're just gonna kind of, it's like a nice little massage on your back. Just roll back and forth. Three more deep breaths. And bring your knees to your chest, lightly tug in, and then let your legs kind of lay all the way out, and you're ending in Savasana or corpse pose as well. Take about 5 deep breaths to center yourself again. Let all the anxiety leave your body as you just relax. And then you can either end your practice there or come back up to a seat as we bring our fingers up to our third eye, lean forward, and say namaste. Good job, guys. Please let me know what you think of the videos, if there's anything you'd like to see, and just keep it on at this point. Miss you guys.